What is a game that you got by mistake but ended up loving? I remember this very well. I was a kid back then and I had recently gotten a PS2. Being my first console, I was obsessed with it and would play it every chance I got. I was constantly playing games and was always excited to try new ones. Then one day, one of my cousins let me borrow one of his games that I thought looked interesting. That game was Guitar Hero 2, and as soon as I started playing it, I immediately loved it, to the point that it became the only game I would play during the 2 weeks he let me borrow it. Then during one of my play sessions, another cousin and my sister were watching me play it. They then started talking about a video game called God of War 2. However, I was only half listening to their conversations since I was so engrossed in the game. For some reason, I had assumed they were talking about Guitar Hero 2 and not God of War 2. So when I heard him say the title of the game, I asked him to repeat it for me so I could ask my dad for it. Once again, thinking he was talking about Guitar Hero 2. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't I just read the title of the game on the disc or something instead? And well, back then, I was living in Mexico and didn't know English at all. So when I heard my cousin say the title for God of War 2 in Spanish, I assumed it was the title for Guitar Hero 2. Then, later that night, I asked my dad if he would please get it for me, and he did. Once I had it, I immediately thought it looked very different just based off the cover. But I dismissed it as just being a game that maybe had different covers. It wasn't until I started playing it that I realized it was another game altogether. At first I was disappointed that I didn't get the game I actually wanted, but I didn't want to tell my dad and ask him to buy me another game right after buying me this one. So I decided to just keep playing it, and now the God of War series is one of my favorites. It's crazy to think that if it wasn't for that simple misunderstanding, I would have probably never gotten to experience the God of War games. And yes, to this day, I have never told my dad about it. But what about you?